7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson. Welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. We are still on the Twinnebago project. We are making some headway. Since you guys saw it last, I've actually got some work done. So what I'm doing with this project is nights and weekends. So I have this guy that I work on pretty much full-time during the week. But nights and weekends, we're putting in as much as we can on this Twinnebago because we got to get it to LS Fest West come end of April. So let me get you guys up to speed on where we're at, and then we'll kind of go over what we're shooting for today. We're just gonna wing it as usual. So let's go check out where we're at on the Twinnebago. We got Derek helping us again today. So last time you guys saw it, I had these mocked up. Well, we pretty much finished up the mounting. It's tacked. We're gonna adjust the edges and weld all this up, but it'll look good. And then this is all 1/8 inch chromoly, so it's strong, but less is kind of more. And then here is the exhaust plumbing from the motor on V-bands, and then it goes into, and this is basically the hot side. Although I did just pick up some flex joints that we may cut in on this today, but mainly what I'd like to do is focus on the exhaust side. So we're trying to get the exhaust from here on these guys back over there somewhere. So there's the exhaust that runs the length of this that comes out to tailpipes. So I want to get the turbos to the tailpipes. So here's a section that we cut, so we'll drag this back out, see how we can modify it, and then this is where we plasma cut it off. So we'll have to figure out how to kind of clean these up so we can connect these things. But it's funny because I think this is only like 2 inch, but
it's false. No way.
Whatever. So gotta go from there to here. So that's kind of the plan today. And then it is only 2 inch, but I think we want to leave some extra for cutouts. So I'd like to do cutouts in a bullhorn. Oh, and then here's the flex pieces that we're gonna be putting in there. So, and then lastly, my in-laws and my wife have been working in here, so they got a bunch of stuff cleaned up. But this is a big thing that they got done. It's pretty cool. So it used to have a door like this one and was open, and then he made a stainless insert. So how's the microwave? So I'll have a microwave now. And then he's making some panels and things for these to cover it up, and we got the table out. So it's looking pretty good. But yeah, lots and lots of work to go. Oh, took the stove out too. He's cleaning up. They're making a countertop and stuff. So I'll kind of just update you in here. We're not going to cover what they are doing because I'm just covering the stuff that I'm doing. But every now and then when they make progress inside, we'll kind of keep you guys posted on that too. So that's it. Let's go. Let's get to work. Here are my sweet glass packs, and then this is where it used to go into that motor. So may be able to use these bends, but we'll probably cut them off, maybe glue those back on to give me the length, and then we can just plug it in here. Now that it's out though, we can kind of clean things up, make it a little more manageable. All right, so Derek got these cut apart. So the plan is we're gonna clean this end up. Yeah, gee, that's a weird shape. Maybe we'll cut that further back. That's not gonna be conducive to weld to. Anyways, clean these up a little bit so I can weld back to it. These are my long freaking glass packs, the streak, and then we will flush these out, clean them up, so that way I can basically weld this back on to what was there, where we cut it off of, leave the length, and then plumb into that from the turbos. So yeah, again, it is only 2, but we'll do a cutout, which will open it up so she can breathe when we need it to, I guess. So that's it, working on that. All right, it's super noisy, but I got the hanger off, so I'm gonna lay under here and cut those square, and then we'll just weld the piece take this way over there, and we'll try to hang it over there too, and then I'll plumb it. So that's the plan. Wish me luck. So I wrestled with taking the whole exhaust out. That way. Whoop. So that way, I got these ends pretty square, but I think trying to weld them and do everything underneath would be very difficult. So we'll cut these apart. That way we can twist them and feed them back in one by one. Then if I have to put that back on there, I will. But yeah, I think welding it all up and then trying to snake it back underneath will be difficult, but I think it's better. So we're gonna do that. What's up, Frog? Yep, even got a handicapped chihuahua. Hey, come here. Frog, frog, frog. Frog, frog, frog. Come here, little squirt. All right, so here we go. We got the exhaust basically welded back together because I cut it so we could drag this section out when I did the swap, and then now I'm putting it back in, so this will get me as far forward as I can, and then I need to plumb into here off the 3-inch section on the turbos. So cross your fingers that this will fit back under here with the bends and all the stuff. It's probably gonna be a pain, but yeah, here we go. We're gonna install this thing.
Hitch is still there.
Woo! All right, so we got it snuck underneath, and then it goes to there. So I'll put the hangers back up here and over there. We'll prop the front up, maybe throw a hanger up front over here, and then we got to get it from those guys to those guys right there, from there to there, once those are up in the air. So cool, they were doing pretty good. That's not too bad. All right, so we are working under this bad boy, and let me show you guys what the idea is. So I got it jacked up so we can move the tire back and forth. Here are my turbo outlets that we need to get plumbed into those doohickeys down there. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with the top pipe because I wanna keep it as tight as possible. And then I was trying to figure out if I was routing it back here or underneath or what we're gonna do, but I think what we will do is we're just gonna bring it out here and then cruise along this edge and then dump it back underneath. And I think this is for switching the fuel tanks. So I'm just gonna take that out and get rid of it, take this out and get rid of it, and I will plumb new fuel lines because homie's not playing with fuel lines, dude. That sucks on fuel injection, so you want new fuel lines. So we'll move all this. So I'll get this top pipe here and then plumb it down. And then once that one is there, we could probably stick this one right next to it and keep it kind of out of the engine bay. We'll get an air gap here. I might even make a heat shield at some point just to give that another air gap to keep the floor from being scorching hot. And yeah, and then these are all my fun bends, but it's funny because we picked this one up and look it works. It's already done. It just builds itself. See, just put it in there like that. It's got the slip fit. We'll get this back there in no time. We're gonna be awesome. So unmess some of that stuff, remove this guy, and we'll bring you back when we get this thing kind of hanging out where it goes. All right, before we get too far ahead, we'll show you guys the decision-making process I'm going through. Out of here, it's not touching nothing. Did a little pie cut to give her a little bend over, and then it sweeps down toward the back. We got some room back there, and then I went to a V-band there, so that way this whole pipe here is one section, and then it'll come up from the bottom and plug into there. And this is my makeshift hanger for now. Once we get it situated, I'll have to put a real hanger, I think, here. We'll find the sweet spot, but I want to keep the weight off the turbo, so when this thing's bouncing and moving, it's not, you know, pulling on that. So that's it. We're gonna work on the other one. This one hopefully will come around, and we'll keep it underneath that one and dump it, you know, somewhere back there as well. So that's it. We're still working on it. All right, it's getting pretty late in the afternoon. but working on the second pipe. Let me show you where we're at. So I've got the top one, and then we got this one. It comes out and goes flat, and then it goes back down, but there's a flange over there that used to house the thing that switched the fuel tanks. So I gotta take this out, take the V-band off the other one, cut that piece, put this back in, and we'll double check, make sure I got room for the V-band off the frame, because it's pretty tight over back here. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's that flange that it's sitting against. And then we'll see if I got enough room hanging down for the V-band. And that dude goes down, and then we just gotta connect this one and that one to those dudes. And that is it. We will have a full exhaust. And then at some point, we will just have to come in off those guys, put the cutouts to a bullhorn. We are very close.
You know who I got?
Who'd you get?
Close your eyes. Open your eyes.
Whoa, that's our boy. Who's that?
Earthshaker.
That's Tristan, huh?
Yeah.
Tristan England. Now, I don't think he's wearing his helmet in that picture, but that's very cool. Give me a high five. Good job. Okay, you got Tristan England. Good. We gotta support you, man. Buy your merch. Anyway, yeah, Earthshaker, go buy all this stuff. Here we go. So we've got, I'm gonna need a light, man. Let me find a light. All right, well, we have cell phone light. That's better than zero light. They come out of there, they cruise over.
Mama, Daddy, Daddy, I don't have a
Boom, and then they go down, right? And then
Dad.
it's probably kind of hard to see.
Mama.
Right there.
Daddy.
All right, let me cruise around under here. This is what I've been doing all day, getting in and out, and there it is, bam. These two need to connect to that and that other guy. Obviously they'll meet up higher and we're good to go. If you're wondering about room, it is very tight, but you know, we got a little room from the transmission. We got a little room from here. It's just a matter of moving things around, honestly. So everything moves a little bit and we can still clock things and move them because of the V-bands. So that's it. We'll just plug these guys into there and we're gonna be awesome. All right, well, that is a look at the exhaust. And then those two little guys that poke out, I just have to plumb those into the big old glass pack, whatever things that are in there. And then we've got full exhaust. So we've got a hot side. We'll have exhaust going all the way to the back. And then it's time for some cold side action. I got a little intercooler, so it's kind of small, but I think it'll be okay. I'm sure everybody on here is gonna say it's not, but I figured something's better than nothing. It's a low boost application. I guess if IATs are out of hand, we can always fix it later, but that's what I got. So, anyway, you guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your fellow RV owners. They need to watch this, because why wouldn't you? Look at that thing. It is majestic. I'm out.
That was so boring.